grown English man, you made me cry with that song. It hurt me. How do you write these songs and are not in pain? And what goes from the heart will go to the heart. I need to be that one that has a #1 song, and I need it to go viral, and I need, we didn't have viral back then. I just need it to do really well. I want to be that person. You just want to be known as someone who makes good songs. And you really, the amount of people that would message me saying, when you released this song, I cried. Every day is Rabbi inni lama anzalta alayya min khairin faqir. It is Allah, I'm in need of whatever good you have for me. I'm so creative, and I'm just not made to be a person sat behind a desk. I think you have to understand, firstly, what is the reason why you are doing it, and what is the message that you are trying to give out. It's not about fame, it's not about money, it's not about recognition in a negative way.
In today's music scene, one voice is making everyone listen. Meet Farhana Ali. A dynamic singer and songwriter published by Universal Music.
We can climb every mountain high, we can achieve.
She's redefining the sound of modern, faith-inspired music. Her powerful vocals bring a fresh energy to both traditional nasheed and contemporary song. With tracks like I Need You is streaming on Apple Music, and captivating videos on YouTube and Instagram. Farhana is connecting with global audience. She's an artist for a new generation, proving that music with a message can be powerful, popular, and profound. This episode of PCHM is proudly brought to you by Yafa Limited, your premier source of authentic Palestinian produce and finest quality dates in the UK.
Thank you for your time. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Farhana. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Sure. My name is Farhana Ali. I am a singer, songwriter, and nasheed artist from London.
And you were in Canada as well. I know you're doing a lot of work in Canada.
I was a couple of months ago headlining a massive show at the Nathan Phillips Square as the first female to headline on that stage for 20,000 people.
20,000
people for the Halal Food Festival, which is the first of its kind in Canada. It was amazing. I had the best time ever.
But how were you feeling when you were in the state tour? So did you see 20,000 people first time in your life, like listening to you?
No. Because I've been doing this for a very long time. So I have performed in venues like the Indigo O2, which is thousands of people as well. Sure. So I'm very used to, from a young age, being in front of thousands of people. It's more nerve-wracking in front of you as one person to say, sing me a song. I'd be like, no, I'm not going to do that. Put me in front of 20,000 people. No problem at all.
But that's more kind of like you're used to of it, isn't it?
Exactly. I'm used to it. But I mean, that show came with some difficulties for me because I realized that traveling kind of the night before was very tiring and my voice was just like tired. And so for me, it's go a few days before, have a rest, and then you're going to be top of your game for the show.
Perfect. Farhana, let's start something which I really wanted to ask you, because I know you're a nasheed artist, you're into your music, and you're amazing. Whatever you do, your work is amazing.
Thank you.
I just wanted to understand one thing. You know, like growing up, like how can, I mean, in our society, in our culture, the way we are, like how can be a good Muslim and at the same time you can practice your religion as well and be in your music?
I think it depends on your definition of what is a good Muslim. And it's very subjective to every individual. Like, I believe I'm a good Muslim. My adab akhlaq is really good. But what's yours? You know, it could be something that differs completely from my view of what a good Muslim would be. And to me, it's okay, Allah is my judge, jury, and executioner. So as long as I am doing what I believe is intentionally good, whether that be that I sing or do music or write, you know, nothing within what I do, I see it as negative. It's always positive. Yes, I understand there are people that will maybe question that, but I believe that.
But the way you're saying it sounding very easy, but trust me, I
it's
think
hard.
like it is hard, wasn't it?
It is hard, yeah, absolutely. But I think you just have to have that vision in mind of this is what I want to do. This is my attitude towards it. Yes, it will come with some negativity. However, I'm going to embrace the journey. And the journey, whatever that will be, because maybe 5 years from now, I may not think the same way that I do now, but I'm enjoying the process along the way.
That's how it should be, isn't it?
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, of course. What's the point then?
What's the point of doing it? But yeah.
And what do you think about faith, culture, as obviously, and you're a visibly Muslim as well.
Absolutely, and
Faith,
I hadn't always been.
Yeah, faith, culture, and creativity. How do they go along? Like, you know, like when it comes to like a Muslim men is one thing, Muslim women, especially growing up in this country, in Pakistan and India, I think is different. Bangladesh is different, but here things are a bit different.
I think where the family that I grew up into, like my Pakistani family, my father's side, we had been subject to music and Qawwali from babies. My first birthday party was like a wedding, and I had my dad's Qawwali band performing at my first birthday as an example. So it was with us from childhood, from babies. So we never had that attitude of it's bad for you. You know, we're singing about beautiful things, you know, we're praising our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you know, through the words and through poetry and whatnot. So it was for me something that was never the negative. It was always, oh, this is normal. This is normal for us in our culture that we do it this way. And it was never seen as a negative. And I only saw negative feedback only until I was much older, maybe into my teenage years. And I was like, oh, not everybody thinks like my family, or not everybody thinks like me. And then it was like, it made me realize, oh, I didn't realize people thought this way on certain things. Like, women, what are you doing there? Why are you on this platform?
So did you feel like at that moment of time any guilt, confusion, or any conflict? Did anything ever come across your mind?
Not at all, because as I was growing up, I was doing mainstream, so it wasn't anything to do with Nasheed at all. Obviously, the words in my songs were always positive, and there was nothing of a vulgar nature in anything from childhood that I'd ever done. But it wasn't, you know, talking about Islam and like how I do now. So for me, the element of guilt probably came in a bit later in life, where I was like, I'm not making it into the industry, the mainstream industry, like I want to. What's wrong with me? Why am I not making it onto Top of the Pops? Why am I not making it onto, you know, the music shows on BBC One and kind of all these channels across B4U and all of these places? And so for me as a teenager, as a very young girl, I was like, I'm not good enough. Why am I not making it onto these platforms? And little did I know that was Allah's plan for me, that girl, you don't want to go there. This is not good for you. Do you understand? This is not good for you. So then as I became older and I started to practice more in Islam and understand that you are a Muslim, this is what you do as a Muslim. It's not just a name, it's how do you practice it as well.
That's right,
And that comes with wisdom, with time and age. And, you know, for me, that's when I started to realize, oh, I've got something here. And I started to pivot, alhamdulillah.
So you never in any time in your life, you have to choose between faith and art. Like, you know, like I feel like, I mean, still in this day and age, forget Muslim guys, Muslim girls, it's really difficult for them. I mean, obviously,
it is. I think it's the way you do it as well, because, you know, there's a fine line between what is appropriate and what is not appropriate. So, you know, you wouldn't see me getting up on the stage and kind of dancing or doing something that I wouldn't do, because people do watch you and it is uncomfortable, and it is, you know, what is the message that you are trying to promote within being an artist? Of course, and that art form could be with anything. It's not just, it's poetry, it's singing, it could be an artist, it could be anything. You're still a visible person and a visible Muslim on a platform and on a stage. And I think now women are more confident to do that, whereas maybe 10 years ago it was embarrassing. Like, you wouldn't go up on the stage to do that because everybody's watching you. I think now I've seen a shift that people are so much more accepting and welcoming of that on different platforms now, and people are, as long as, again, like I said, there's a very fine line in being respectful to yourself and your audience. because there are still certain events that I'd be like, no, that's not for me.
Yeah. Well, that's you have got your boundaries, isn't it? You have got
Absolutely.
like, this is the thing I'm going to stay
You
in.
need it.
And that's how do you learn this, with time, or how does it go?
I think also there's a wisdom Allah puts in you as
Of
well,
course, yeah.
and that gut feeling in your stomach, don't do it or do it. And you have to ask the questions, you have to be smart. And alhamdulillah, I'm articulate, I know how to present myself. So I will ask, okay, well, who is your target audience? Is it a mixed audience? If it's just a male audience, absolutely not.
Yeah,
you know, but it's a common sense as well. That some South Asians do lack. And we have to talk about that, and maybe because of their upbringing and who their parents are. Like, you know, you've had your previous guests who are amazing, and they push their families into being articulate and being confident in speaking. Some people don't have that ability to do so, and that's dangerous.
So do you think the upbringing from the parents, it's not about the culture, it's not about the South Asian people
mixed.
and stuff, it's about parents more?
It's a mix, because I think it's parents and what they teach their kids, because obviously you're a sponge, you are mirroring your parents.
Yeah.
Really, aren't you? And what they do, and that can kind of trickle down into the next generation. And unless you are the one to maybe break that type of cycle, you're probably most likely to follow in the footsteps of your parents.
All right, talking about your parents, well, tell me about your connection with. You mentioned your parents were really supportive, and you grew up with all that stuff, and you talked about your identity as well. Tell me about what's your connection with Pakistan and growing up. And it's till now. What's your connection with the language, with the people, with the culture?
Again, you know, my father is Pakistani, and we grew up the Pakistani way, whatever you want to call that. But I had a very mixed family. So we had a family not just of Pakistanis, but English and Caribbean and you know, Indian, and we had a mixture between our families, and we were very much self-aware and aware to love everybody, but also keep in line with our culture. And that was through food and through art and conversation, from, you know, Qawwali, and just being together as a family. And there are certain traditions, and, you know, every Eid we would get together and kind of celebrate that way.
Did you get to travel to Pakistan a lot?
No, I haven't, which is really sad, and I would love to go, because the majority of my family are here. Just my papa is back in Pakistan, and I would love to go and travel through Pakistan one day. It's just, I don't know if it's a confidence thing where you feel like, how do you integrate? Because we're so British now, right? British Pakistanis, we're here.
So what influenced your music? More British culture, or the Pakistani roots, or?
No, I think British. I think with Qawwali, that's influenced into more of a spiritual words that I would use, and what I say spiritually. Because Qawwali is all of that, isn't it? Not today's Qawwali, I'm talking about OG. Original Qawwali, you know.
This day and age, Qawwali
they're doing Justin Bieber.
They are.
You know, and I'm like, guys.
I cannot. Thank you for saying that, because I used to think I'm the only one.
No, and it drives me crazy. And I'm like, I understand. I'm going to call it music. I understand music evolves, and I understand, you know, new practices are adopted. But something like Qawwali, which is so spiritual to me, what are you doing, guys? Stop doing that to please. And again, it comes back to people pleasing your audience, and that's what the audience want to hear. But I'm like, no, they want the old school stuff. They want Nusrat vibes, you know, that's what we want to hear. But again, times change in the most interesting way, and it will come back full circle again. People will be like, this is stupid, and we'll get back to OG Qawwali.
Brilliant. And I know you are really big in Malaysia. So
trying. Baby steps.
So South Asia, Malaysia, UK, like, how is it going? Like,
I think Malaysia is so much more accepting of a woman like me in this industry.
Why do you feel like that?
There's more people. There's a lot more people there.
Of course,
and the artistry in Malaysia is something like I've never seen before. The incredible singers, the incredible respect that they have for each other, the work ethic, and they're constantly, you know, it's like they understand it all. Their social media is on point. Everything is on point. Here, we're very conservative. The UK is the more conservative.
But we are in a developed country, first world country,
right?
and all that.
Maybe I would say us Muslims are very conservative, or British Muslims are, which is not a bad thing, but there are, again, some ways that you can maybe shift perspective, which, you know, in Malaysia is different. They're very accepting of a lot of stuff, but it's still, you're a Muslim.
So what do you think, why in this country, in the UK, we are so conservative? Like, what's going on here? Like, why things haven't changed? All right, okay, our parents' generation, they came in from Pakistan and stuff, but now it's the second or third or fourth generation. Yeah. Why things haven't changed yet? What do you think?
I don't know. It's such a hard thing, I think, because like I said, culture trickles into the next generation. And unless you're someone to break that cycle, you are going to have the same mindset as your parents and their parents and their parents. So when we talk about trauma, it's generational trauma. Yeah. These guys and girls, they are so confused and they just like, you know, it's not part of my culture, or, you know, I'm just going to kind of ignore that, and she shouldn't be doing that on stage, and she shouldn't be like this.
Kitni sharam ki baat hai.
Right. But alhamdulillah, actually from the Pakistani community, I've not faced that backlash. I've been fine with that. I've been invited to many shows from Pakistanis to kind of come and do at the embassy as well, to kind of perform and sing to the ladies over there. So again, I've not really had that, and which is really interesting, because I feel like there is the tables turning.
Yeah.
And when I hear about stories from Pakistan and how liberal, I guess, the women are now, and it does blow my mind, and I'm like, wow, okay.
It looks like we are living in a village here.
Right, and they're living their best life over in Pakistan, and then you think to yourself, we need to maybe relocate somewhere else. But like you said before, it's different. People wish to come here, and maybe we wish to go elsewhere now, because our values are changing in the system. The British values are different now.
That's right. More and more people want to go
emigrate,
away. They go somewhere else.
Away.
And people from other countries, they want to come to this country.
Yeah, no, I think, alhamdulillah, as times have gone on, people are more focused on Islam now. The younger generation especially. And I love that. And I love to see that. And then
because you are always looking for your identity, isn't it? Like in this country, in the UK, you are not British. We don't look like them. We're not Pakistani, because there's no Pakistan here. So you need to find your own identity, I guess.
It's confusing for people. It is confusing in this world that we're living in, where what is our identity? And you have to maybe create and mold your own, which is sad but true. But then we're holding on to elements of our culture, whatever that would be, a mix of British and Pakistani merged together to make something
brilliant. That's
wonderful.
Amazing.
Yeah, and that's the main thing.
All right, let's talk about your music journey. Okay, tell me, how was it like when you released your first song or first public appearance? How was it? How were you feeling?
I would talk about maybe the first song into Nasheeds, I guess, is what we're talking about, because, you know, back before I had mainstream.
That's fine. Let's talk about mainstream.
Oh, how was it? Awful. It was awful.
Seriously.
Like, when you come full circle of things and you have that wisdom that comes through experience and time, man, I would have changed so many things that happened when I released kind of my first song many years ago when I was a teenager.
Right.
So many regrets on that, honestly. And people do say, you shouldn't regret anything you've done. It teaches you a lesson.
Yeah, of course.
But damn, it was not a choice I would have made for the second time.
If you go back and then you're never going to make it.
Not at all. And I think that comes with people guiding you incorrectly. And again, at that point, maybe I wasn't focused on Islam, was not the focus then. So you make choices that maybe are not like they are now. I'm older and wiser. But it wasn't something
For example, a teenager who's trying to get into music,
right?
She comes to you right now and say, Farhana, you have gone through all this. What advice are you going to give me? Why you don't want me to go what you have done? You have done it yourself, but you're asking me not to do it. Why are you doing that?
I think you have to understand, firstly, what is the reason why you are doing it, and what is the message that you are trying to give out. It's not about fame, it's not about money, it's not about recognition in a negative way. It's, I have something to say and I would love it to inspire and become part of my legacy for the future. That for me is a deep, and honestly, from being 14, releasing kind of music, or 16 to obviously coming out of teenage years, that is the one thing that holds so much value to me, and why I live and why I breathe and why I do what I do. When I die, what is the legacy I'm going to leave behind? And I hope that people remember me for good reasons rather than negative. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So now let's talk about Malaysia. Like when you released your first, you get published in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. What was that?
It was so exciting actually, and I had
Was
a
it
real
Universal
pinch,
Music
it was
or
Universal
Malaysia?
Music, and it was a real
Malaysia.
pinch me moment. And I'm like, who me? Me, this little woman from London. Like you guys are interested in me, and it was such a real special.
Where did they see
moment.
your work on internet?
On the internet, yeah. So on YouTube, and they're, I guess, market researchers that are kind of scouting for talent within this industry, in this niche industry in Nasheeds. And it was such a humbling moment for me that after working hard for 10, 15 years of trying to, I guess, have my moment or break into the industry, to finally get noticed by the people I wanted to get noticed by started to happen to me. I was just not giving up, and I was kind of consistently there.
Good.
Sometimes going, I'll give up and I just don't want to do it anymore. I give up. To then, no, this is what you love to do. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Who was motivating you? Is it yourself or people around you?
Myself. I can't help it. I'm not a boring, ordinary 9-to-5 person. I'm a songwriter and I'm a deep thinker, and at
You're
2
a creative
a.m.
person,
I'm so creative, and I'm just not made to be a person sat behind a desk. I feel I was made for so much more. And so I will be 1 a.m. in the morning going, I need more. It's not enough for me. I need to. So you just start again. And alhamdulillah, I got spotted, I got noticed, and then since then on, I've been writing songs and kind of releasing songs with Universal and trying to.
Are you still with them?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm still with them.
How many songs have you done for them?
We're on our third release, I believe.
Wow,
So it's
that's
only
good.
within the last year or two that I had that pivoting moment for me. And it's not something that means it's going to change your life automatically. You still have to work really hard to get noticed by audiences and kind of get them to know who you are. I remember the first time being played on a radio in Malaysia was like, what? It was crazy. And it was, being all over the news in Malaysia and all over their radio stations, and people showing me and tagging me. And I'm like, this is unreal. This is just an amazing experience for me. And yeah, it just proved to me that I can do it, and I've got so much more to give, and just not to give up.
That's really good. And the music, like Nasheeds, are really big in Malaysia?
Massive, yeah, but even non-Nasheeds too. And again, when we talk about Nasheeds, it could be anything with a good meaning. So songs that are relatable to everyday life. And yeah, again, I always bring it back to what would you want your children to listen to? What kind of messages do you want them to take away from any song? Whether they're talking about Islam or they're just talking about life, marriage, kids, love and divorce and whatever. I don't know, you give me a subject, I can write a song about it. And that's kind of how it is. People want to listen to relatable things.
And let's talk about, you talking about you can write about anything. Like talk about the creative process of that. How much faith, like for example, you're writing about marriage. How much your faith, like Islamic faith, Islam, helps you with that? Where Islam comes into this creative process?
I think it starts off with the person's experience. So I could sit here and maybe we've had a conversation, or this guest has told me about how horrific her life has been, and this is what has come out of it, and whatnot. And then it sparks ideas in your head that, oh my God, people are really going through this trauma. I'm going to put myself into her shoes or his shoes, and kind of that's then where you get those feelings and emotions, and you pick words that are used. And then, when you tie it in Islamically with having hope and faith and not giving up, having that perseverance, and you're not alone, Allah is with you, and kind of that's then where you bring it all together in that process for me.
And tell me about any Nasheed artists, like influence, like everyone, all of us get influenced with a particular person in our own industry or whichever field we are in. So who comes to your mind? Like what are the people out there?
I think Saif Adam is a big inspiration for me, because we started at similar points in our career many years ago when we were kind of not really doing Nasheeds, and we were just normal mainstream artists kind of on open mics and doing all of that. And I think what inspires me the most is how you've seen those people grow from being just like you on the same level to exploding and being successful artists. For me, it shows that success doesn't come overnight, and it takes 10 years for you to get your one break. So when you see up and coming artists that are just China and just made it just like this through TikTok or
that's
whatever,
what everyone trying to do.
instant gratification.
Yeah.
You don't know what it was like to be at the bottom of that chart, mate. Yeah. You have no idea what it was like to work from that bottom to get to a comfortable platform. And that frustrates me that it's instant gratification, but you didn't climb the ladder to get there. Yeah. And so for an artist like myself and maybe him as well, we've been at the bottom. We understand how it works, and we're proud now of our achievements, and that's what success means to us. It's starting from the bottom and now arriving at somewhere where you can say, I've not made it yet, but I'm comfortable.
Yeah, it's a journey, isn't it? It's
that
not
whole
about
journey,
it matters. That's
and those journeys then inspire your writing.
Exactly,
look at the struggle
that's how you can write. Yeah.
And that's how you can write. Anybody can say A, B, C, D, E, and quick, twinkle, twinkle, easy, no problem. But you will connect with a real person because of the journey that you went through, that you can relate in your song.
That's right.
And that I will stand by till I die, that real, recognize real.
And let's talk about, do your music. We just had a chat about your music, your influences, Chef Adam and stuff. In terms of modesty, like as a Muslim woman, visibly Muslim woman, mashallah, what's modesty means to you in personal opinion?
So much, but it's again...
And in your work as well, does it come across?
Everything. Because again, only recently have I started to wear hijab, and that is a journey in itself. And, the attachments that I had before, trying slowly every day to let them go, to become a visibly Muslim woman in this platform is really difficult. It's not easy. But modesty isn't just what you wear, it's how you
that's
behave,
what
it's how you speak, it's how you interact with people, how you behave with your family and your parents and children and animals and workspaces that you're in. You have a responsibility to act and behave in an honourable way. And I hope I do that and do that really well, because ultimately, people do look at you as an influence and people will want to follow in your footsteps, but at least let it be in the right footsteps.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And in terms of like Muslim community here in this country, as we talked about earlier, how did you take negative...
badly at first.
Like how?
Years ago, very badly. It used to hurt me. I used to take it so personally. Like, why don't these people like me? I used to take it really personally when I was 10 years ago starting out, and even more than that, from our community not accepting me. That hurt a lot. Whereas, everyone else from a non-Muslim community absolutely loved everything. Love it. And you got so much appreciation from them, whereas you didn't get the appreciation from your own people. That really hurt.
Yeah, it does.
And then in the last 3 years, maybe, since I've been doing Nasheeds, 3 to 4 years, it changed, and really
the criticism has gone. Like, remember back in 2000, early 2000, like when Nasheed was coming on the scene, and likes of Zayn Bika and all the people that come into this country and trying to do concerts and all that stuff. Them days, people used to say like music is haram in this community in the UK Muslim community and stuff. Well, we have come a long way.
Massively, it's turned tables humongously, And again, you are a fool to ever believe that your teenagers are not listening to appropriate music, and it is music. You'll be a fool to think that they're just listening to Nasheeds or they're not, I'm sorry. Everybody has access to a phone. They're listening to all kinds of things, whether that be on commercials, whether that be on a TikTok, a trend and all sorts of things. You're a fool to ever believe that they're not doing that.
Yeah.
So my, argument to that is, if they're going to do it, then let them listen to something that has meaning.
Yeah, it's better.
Let these go.
Because we need to give alternative to our children.
You have to.
Because if it's out there, mainstream out there, they're going to listen to it.
They're going to listen to it.
Yeah,
so
you
at
can't
least if
stop
you're giving them options to listen.
Exactly.
Whether or not, Allah will tell us one day, it wasn't such a good move, girl, or boy, it wasn't such a great move. But, at least your intention was, I'm trying to do something positive. Okay? Anything else that comes after that, it's fine. But it's still your responsibility to say, I'd rather she or he listen to that than that.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's my argument to it.
But as the time we are in, we need to create these alternatives for people.
We need to create our spaces.
Exactly.
Because everyone else is doing it. And if you don't do it, they're going to do it before you.
Yeah.
So, and probably not the way that you would have.
So do you feel
planned
like
it.
sometimes you come under a lot of pressure yourself that young girls in this country and abroad, wherever you go, they see you on a stage performing. Does it come with a lot of pressure? Do you feel like...
Sometimes, but I think based on the feedback and based on like after I've finished the show and when I see parents and their children coming up for photos and autographs and they want to take a picture and then they want to say, my daughter wants to be just like you and she loves singing and she loves this, you know, it's a nice feeling that you get. It's very wholesome. It's very, I never feel like, oh my God, under that pressure. I think the pressure comes for my own standard and I didn't do such a great job singing today, or you know, I should have maybe looked better or looked worse, or you know, depending on what it is. It could be shallow things. It's never about you know,
the people, the children listening to you, thinking about them, that they are looking at you like a role model kind of thing.
They do, and I think where I'm happy is that at least I know what I'm saying is teaching them something, you know. And for me, I go away going, great, I've done my job. They're happy, you know, and they go away in their car and they put on my Nasheeds in the car on the journey home. And I get lovely messages from people all the time saying positive things. The negative is, you know, maybe 1 in 10. And it's changed, and that's amazing.
You can't change them. That's going to happen.
People are ignorant. People will be nasty, and that's on them. That's not on you.
Yeah, of course.
And how you respond to them, it's on you.
That's
so
right.
Just ignore.
That's right.
Just keep calm and carry on.
That's
and just
brilliant.
ignore, because haters gonna hate.
That's it.
It's what it is.
All right. Okay. Creativity is one thing, or role model, and you know, but can you? I mean, let's talk about money, right? How can you make a living out of what you're doing? As you said, you're not a 9-to-5 person, and you're a creative person.
Yeah,
and
I think it has the ability to make money. Maybe one day. At the moment, probably I would say no. But it has the ability to do that where you could live a comfortable life. But I think it's frustrating when I'm a singer and I'm a songwriter and that's what I love to just want to do and perform. The frustration then comes as part of, okay, now it's a business.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a business. You need to be business savvy.
And you need to be business savvy. And not all of us creatives are business savvy. Not all of us have got the luxury to afford a whole marketing team behind us to be able to push that forward. So I think that's what separates the good from the bad, and those that will make it and those that will not. It really depends on the team behind you. And so I think it does have that ability to do that and to make money through your concerts, through your sales, through the music on your Apple and YouTube and Spotify. It absolutely has the ability to do it. But you need to reach that target audience where they're big.
And it's hard work, isn't it? Like you need to stay
hard.
Visible. People forget these days.
Got to be consistent, and it is so challenging to do that and then to earn a living at the same time to keep bread on your table. It's not easy, but again, Allah is the provider. So keep going.
All right, let's talk about the balancing artistic, you know, like your art and your commercial expectations. How can you balance that?
I think you can't. I think you have to just be empowered to say yes or no. You know, and there will be a lot of the times where I'm pulled in different directions to be on a stage, as an example, to sing and to be at this event and this event. And what actually happens by doing that, it takes me away from my creative process of writing, which is what I love to do the most. So it does. And that's, I guess, is the commercial side of things. You're a face, you're the brand, you need to be on this stage and do this and this and this. And as amazing as that is, alhamdulillah, it's great, great opportunity to network, but then it does take you away from, I guess, your future projects and kind of what comes next. And I think that will come within time to balance that out. But yeah, commercially, again, is being empowered to say yes or no to opportunities that are not fit for purpose for you.
Did you get any advices from your parents about money and stuff? No. They have a chat, they say, sit down, beta, let me explain you how money works.
No, nothing.
So how did you figure it out?
The hard way, a really, really, really hard way. And I think looking back, I would always say to my mum, why didn't you tell us to save, and why didn't you tell us to do all these things? It's kind of like you just live from day to day and not really have these future plans of investment and all this kind of way that I would one day, if I ever have kids, it would be, that's exactly what I'm teaching them. You save and you invest and you put your money here and you do this. But then equally so, you are here once in your life. You want to enjoy and you want to spend in the right way on the things that make you fulfilled in life. And it's not behind a desk, a 9 to 5, which yes, might pay your bread and butter, but are you living? Are you living and are you enjoying the time that Allah gave you?
Yeah.
No. A lot of people will be and that's why people are miserable, and that's where then the bad comments come from. Those people are so unhappy in their life, stuck behind their desk at a 9 to 5 because they're bored and they see you doing better than them and they hate it.
Yeah,
they
kind of
hate
jealousy,
it.
isn't it? Our South Asian people, we are really jealous.
There is a lot of that, and you have to protect yourself from those people, but then you have to laugh, and just take it with a pinch. Yeah. It's okay.
All right, talking about that, what's success to you? Like, is it money, reach, impact? What is it?
I think it's reach.
And okay, let me rephrase my question. 10 years ago, what was success for you? And now, what success is to you now?
Success to me 10, 15 years ago was that I need to be famous, and I need to, you know, I need to be that one that has a #1 song, and I need it to go viral, and I need, you know, we didn't have viral back then. It was, I just need it to do really well. I want to be that person. And now it is, peace in my life. And it is, if this has moved someone, and that could be one person, that's success. I made it. I made it because all of my friends' kids know my songs off by heart and sing it to me word for word. That's success. That's success for me. Alhamdulillah. They're singing my song line word for word.
Yeah.
That's it. I made it.
And how does it feel?
So beautiful. It's really, it makes me so emotional.
Can you explain that feeling? Like?
It's out of this world, because then they look at you like you're someone famous. And I'm not, I'm just Auntie Farhana. I'm just your normal auntie, you know, but to them it's the biggest thing in the world, and they look at you with so much hope, and you know, you're famous, but I hate that word. It doesn't mean anything. It's not famous. You just want to be known as someone who makes good songs. And you really, the amount of people that would message me saying, when you released this song, I cried. I couldn't hold back my emotion. It touched my heart. And I sing at events, and people would come up to me recently, and this grown grown English man, you made me cry with that song. It hurt me. How do you write these songs and are not in pain? And I say, you know what? It does hurt when you write certain things, because they're real. Real recognizes the real. And what goes from the heart will go to the heart. And so that's what I love. That's success to me.
That is success.
That's success to me. I've made an impact on that person, and maybe I've changed you. I've inspired you to do something you've always wanted to do.
Brilliant. Let's do some quick fire thing. Let's talk about dream collab. Like, who would you want to collaboration kind of thing?
Oh, it sounds so cliche, but like Mahir Zain would be an amazing one to do, just because based on the reach that he has.
Yeah, he's the OG, he's the original.
Proper.
Like, he's been around for a long time.
Zain Bika as well.
Zain Bika
They're awesome. The OGs of this industry who made it happen for us.
Especially Zain Bika,
Zain Bika.
Zain is
Zain Bika will be timeless.
Yeah.
And his songs will be there in 20, 30 years' time. Guaranteed. That your children will be listening to.
Like, you know that song of his Mountains of Makkah? Is like, that's beautiful. 20-year-old
already, right?
Yeah,
and
it's still there.
Still on all the TV shows, it's on your adverts, and it's just a forever timeless piece. What more could you want than that?
All right, let's talk about very quickly favorite ayah or dua.
Ooh. Every day is Rabbi inni lama anzalta alayya min khairin fakir. It is Allah, I'm in need of whatever good you have for me.
That's beautiful.
It is. I need that. We need that in my life. Whatever good, bring it to me.
Yeah, all of us need it.
I mean.
All right, and what's your current playlist? What's going on?
My playlist is as crazy as my thought process. There is everyone in there, from Mahir Zain to Zain Bika to rappers in Canada. There is not, I can't tell you word for word which one is it, but my playlist is crazy of everything.
And quickly, Canadian Muslim community, British Muslim community, what's the difference? What do you see?
They are really conservative.
They're Canadian as well.
They're really conservative.
I used to think Northern Americans and Canadians, they are much better.
No, I mean, that's what I thought as well, actually. And they're not. They're really conservative on certain platforms. And so where I've been lucky enough to get headlining performances from people who really champion women and kind of are all about women empowerment respectfully, and, you know, giving them that platform on the stage, Others and other events are not so much. They shy from backlash.
Oh.
And I think they're a bit more conservative that way. Whereas maybe if they really had a choice, they probably would allow certain acts on stage. But yeah, very conservative.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Have you ever,
surprisingly.
and Malaysians, I feel like Malaysians are
They're
like
very
far
so
ahead.
far ahead of us. They're so liberal that way.
British and Canadian. Wow.
Yeah, honestly, and that's a big thing to say that, but they really are, and I was surprised. But still, very welcoming, lovely people.
You
An
performed in
amazing
front of
place.
20,000 people, so
I've been there twice this year, and I enjoyed every moment of it. And I wouldn't change it. And the Desi community there is crazily humongous.
is it?
Huge, more so than London. You'd be surprised.
It's Pakistanis are
It's
everywhere.
Pakistan, India. That's forget Canada. It's Pakistan, India, and Toronto. I'm like, whoa! I sat on the plane and I'm looking around, going, "Am I on the right plane? No, seriously, am I
On the way
flight?
back from Canada.
No, going
To Canada,
towards
yeah.
Canada, and I'm looking around and I'm going, wait, I'm just checking. I booked a flight to Toronto, DSC, row by row by row.
Was he going to Lahore or Karachi? Or
No, they were going from London to Toronto. And I was like, yo, what's going on? I was so confusing.
They
but
all have
honestly-
moved there, isn't it? Like Canada is full.
Everybody's
Because
gone.
all immigrants, isn't it? They're
Yeah,
all
a lot,
immigrants.
a
Doesn't
lot, a
matter
lot.
what color you are. They're all
Yeah,
immigrants.
everybody's kind of over there. So it's another London. It's just a London,
London-
very bigger London for sure. But I still prefer London. We are still kind of great in our movement and kind of our work and kind of benefits and stuff. London is kind of great.
Of course.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your legacy. Like, what's next for you personally and professionally? What's going on?
I'm still just trying to make it to a stage where I am happy with my songs and I'm happy with my releases, and I'm kind of trying to be more, I don't want to use the word in the spotlight, but just more out there. Because I am, yes, I speak well, but I am very shy in my personal life, very shy, very quiet unless I'm spoken to. And I kind of need to build the confidence up to just be a bit more out there. And I hate social media. I'm not someone who can hold my phone up and be on TikTok and kind of do all these things. I feel I'm forced to sometimes do them just because you have to stay relevant.
Of course, yeah.
And that for me is something I'm really trying to learn to love. Oh, it's a hard drive, but I'm trying. But yeah, future-wise, inshallah, to have a number one globally, Malaysia, Canada, UK, in the Nasheed industry, and be on much bigger stages and sing to much wider audiences to get the message across.
That's brilliant, inshallah. One last advice before you go. For any young girls out there in this country, abroad, wherever they are, and they have got big dreams, and they want to become like you're a creative person, they want to do something big like you as well. What advice do you have? Top three tips.
Start with your intention. Why do you want to do it? Is it for attention, or is it because you actually love doing what you do? Number one, it's not a fame game. Stick to, I love doing what I do, and I want to just make it in that because I love it. It makes me, I can't sleep at night. I think about doing that. Number two, start. Just start.
Just start.
Just start.
First step, has to move.
You have to open the door and walk through the door one step at a time. Then you plan and you kind of have that vision in mind. This is what I want to do. But you have to just start. If it's what you want to do, stop sitting on it. Procrastination is the killer of all dreams.
That's true.
It really is.
Number three?
Number three, be consistent. Yeah, be consistent. 3 is just so short. Be consistent, keep your modesty, and be respectful in your whole journey. And learn to embrace the highs and the very much lows that you are definitely going to encounter along your journey.
Perfect. Thank you very much,
You're
Farhana.
welcome.
You were
Thank
so
you for
amazing.
having
Thank
me.
you very
Thank
much
you
for your
so
time.
much. Thank you.